All right. Hello, guys. My name is Erika Gonzalez. I am your one-star double platinum and team leader of Team Unstoppables. And today we're going to go ahead and go over Disney, the site, as much as we can. Go ahead and go over a little bit, maybe how to do a mock booking, how to go ahead and navigate to the site as well as much as we can in this short amount of time. All right. So first off, we want to go ahead and make sure that you have access to the Disney travel agent site, which looks like this. If you guys don't, make sure you create an account. It takes about 5 minutes to go ahead and create, and then we can go ahead and go from there. But if you guys have, hopefully, the account, we're going to go ahead and sign in. Once you guys go ahead and sign in, you guys will go ahead and see this right here. This is our home page. All right. So don't be, freaked out or be like, what do I do? How do I do this? You're only pretty much going to go ahead and utilize maybe 3-4 areas of this section at the beginning. Usually it's going to be this section right here, destinations and tickets, the dates, and the adults and children section. That's pretty much it. So if you go under destinations, you will see that we have Disney World, Disneyland. We got some hotels, Good Neighbor hotels in there. We have Aulani, which is in Hawaii. We're able to go ahead and do Disney cruises as well through there. And we can do tickets alone. Now, please be aware that tickets alone, to be able to get commission through Disney site, it has to be more than 3-day park. Okay. Not for 3 people. It has to be for more than 3 days of a park. If your client only wants 1 day or 2 days, you guys will not get commission off of the site. You will have to go ahead and go through maybe Expedia, Vax, another Evo Plus, tickets at work, whatever you guys utilize to go ahead and get that 1 or 2. Okay. Otherwise than that, you guys will not be able to get commission if you guys through Disney if it's less than 3 days. Okay, just an FYI on there. Okay. Now, also, I do want to go ahead and let you guys know, you guys are able to put in the chat box. Did you guys know that there is down payments you guys are able to go ahead and do? Put in the chat box if you guys knew that. Yes, no, maybe so. Anybody knew that you guys are able to go ahead and put a down payment on a Disney World, and it doesn't have to be a particular amount either. All right. But did you know that there's a down payment? No, nobody knows. Yes, no, maybe so. All right. Kelly says didn't know. Okay, that's fine if you guys don't know. This is the point of us doing the training. We're gonna go ahead and go over that with you. But yes, there's actually thank you, Kelly, for answering. There is actually a $200 down payment that you guys are able to go ahead and do, and actually let your clients know as well, so like that they can go ahead and be able to book with you as well. Did you know that there's payment plans available also that we are able to go ahead and do as well? Not only do we have the down payment of the $200, but we also can go ahead and actually be able to do the payment plans for the client. Now, the payment plans will be going through us. We're going to go ahead and be doing it manually. It's not something that Disney does or does automatically, and we'll go over that as well. No, did not know. That is amazing. Yes. Okay. Especially if you guys want to go ahead and sell Disney. And we know the pricing on Disney sometimes is a little bit out there. Okay. I'm not going to lie. But to be able to offer this to your clients is awesome, right? Because then, hello, if you guys didn't know and you guys are travel agents, imagine other people out there, right? So, by you guys letting, other clients, other people, future clients know this, that can be a big win for you as well. So we're going to go ahead and go over that also towards the end, because that's where we go ahead and do that. So the mock booking and actually doing an actual booking are exactly the same thing. The only difference is one extra step that you guys end up doing, which I will be going over also. So don't worry about that. All right, guys. So first off, we're going to go ahead and do, let's just do Disney World, right? We're going to do Disney World. So we're going to keep it as is. Check-in times. If you guys are doing this as a mock booking, all right, it's very important to know when the better dates or the lesser time frame is. Usually it's January and February is the low times, as well as September and as well as August and September, due to school going kids going back to school. Usually those are the lowest times, right? Of course, there's little ones here and there, but you guys don't want to go ahead and do maybe a mock booking during the holidays, because that's when prices extremely go up, and that's when it's going crazy. Not only that, but you're going to see more supply and demand, meaning that the hotels, the tickets, all of that are going to go up. Plus, there's going to be a lot of people also there. So you have to go ahead and let your client know that. All right. If they're more they don't want nobody, they can either go during school time, right? Because everybody's in school, or January and February, or again, usually August or September. So in this case, to do the mock booking, we're going to go ahead and go into August, right? Towards, let's just do the 26th through the 30th. We're going to do like a 5-day kind of thing. We're going to do 2 adults. And you always want to go ahead and make sure that you guys know the ages of the children, okay? Due to the fact that Disney does charge depending on the child. It's not a very big difference, but it is a difference. So usually, just so you guys know, usually children from a 1 day old all the way to 2 years old are free. Yes, you still have to put them in there, but they are free, okay? Then from 3 to 9, I believe so, is one price quote. And then from 10 to 17 is another. Again, it's not like $100, $200 difference. It's a very small difference. But again, we want to go, they need to know the ages. So usually when I do a mock booking, I usually do like for sure a 2-year-old, anything under 2, because technically there's a loophole in there, right? Where they are free, but they're considered a child. Makes sense. So I can actually advertise 2 children and 2 adults, when in reality, the pricing is going to give me for 2 adults, 1 child. Again, it's the mock booking kind of thing. And I'll show you how to do a nice flyer with this as well. All right, so that's the only 3 things you guys go ahead and need to do. Now, it's very important, guys, that all of you should have a link tree. Okay, if you guys don't have a link tree, make sure you have one. If you don't know how to create one, I have, look me up at Erika for Travel YouTube, and you guys will find how to do this, because I do a training on it as well. This is a free platform where you guys are able to utilize Linktree, okay? So I actually have my quotes on here as well. As you can see, I have my Disney quote on here. And I utilize the same questions that it asks me on the site, to go ahead and put or do my own quote, okay? So if you guys go ahead and actually, and this goes with any supplier, all right? If you guys utilize this with any supplier, let's just say you guys like honeymoons or cruises or whatever, you guys already know what questions to ask, right? You guys are not going to ask like a whole list of a general question, because it does not apply with them. So just like I went over these 3 things, my quote, I actually also let them know about, hey, $200 down to do your dream vacation as well. But I do go ahead and ask for the check-in, how many adults, the children, the ages of the children as well. Exact same stuff here, okay? Again, it's easier for you because like that, as soon as you create one, you already know what questions, you already boom, boom, boom. It takes me literally about 5 minutes, guys, to do a quote. That's how easy it is, all right? So if you guys are able to do the exact same stuff on there, awesome. Also, please know the difference, all right? Because a lot of people don't know the difference between Disney World and Disneyland. All right, maybe you don't know the difference, but please know that one is in California and one is in Florida. Disneyland is in California and Disney World is in Florida. Because sometimes the clients might ask you, I want to book Disney. Awesome. You might go automatically to Disneyland and start booking, when in reality, they wanted to go to Florida. Or sometimes if you ask them, okay, awesome, you want to go to Disney, which one? They're going to be like, what do you mean? Do you want to go to Disney World or Disneyland? And they're going to be like, well, what's the difference? Well, the difference is location to begin with, right? California is more expensive for some reason. I don't know why. And Disneyland is about maybe 3 days tops to go ahead and do that. Well, Disney World takes about maybe like 5 days, maybe sometimes even more, like a week or so. There's 4 parks, 2 water parks. It's much more bigger. Of course, you can tell by Disneyland being smaller, Disney World being bigger. So if you guys kind of know some little tips and tricks to know the difference, that can go ahead and help you guys too, when you guys are letting your client know the difference as well, okay? Because again, not a lot of people know the difference. So that's why I have this as well for them, that they have to go ahead and let me know, because sometimes they want to go to Disney World, but they want to go ahead and they thought it was in California, right? Makes sense. Now, that's all you're going to need. Going back to the site, this is all you're going to need. We're going to go ahead and find prices. When you find prices, this is where you guys are going to go ahead and click on the hotels you guys are going to want. All right. The hotels you guys are going to go ahead and click automatically low to high. Okay, you're always going to have low to high, and you're always going to see the first one being the campsite. We don't want the campsite. The more cheaper options are going to be these three, the all-stars. Okay, now the awesome part about the all-stars is that even though they're more in the lower budget, they're not really in the low budget. Does that make sense? Because now this is where your wording comes in, and it's very important also, guys. Make sure that you guys do not tell anyone, any of your clients. I mean, we can go ahead and say the words, right? Because we kind of understand it. But do not tell your clients the word cheap. I can find you a cheap rate. I can find you a cheap hotel. I can find you a cheap, because put it in the chat box, guys. What do you think about when you hear cheap? If I tell you I found you a cheap hotel, what's the first thing that comes to mind? Put it in the chat box. Poor quality. Okay. Thank you. Anything else that comes to mind? Anybody? Bad experiences. Okay. All right. Well, usually low ratings. I usually use term. I can help save you money. Okay. Yes. So you can go ahead and use budget friendly, right? We need to go ahead and start removing the word cheap. Reason being is because just like you guys have those experiences, you know, usually when I ask this question, people put like roaches, right? Or bed bugs, or out in the boonies, or Motel 6. I think that when somebody said that. So you see how all of these experience comes to your mind when you go ahead and bed bugs, when you go ahead and say cheap. All right. If you guys are already thinking this, as soon as I say cheap, imagine your clients. So make sure you utilize different terms. If you need to Google different terms for it, utilize it. Use budget friendly. I use budget friendly a lot, or family friendly, or stuff like that, because again, that word goes a long way. Good value, yes, that's good too. All right. Now, this is where, again, being budget friendly, right? It's still good. Okay, because remember, this is Disney, so you're not gonna have a rundown hotel. You're not gonna have bed bugs. You're not gonna have cockroaches. You're not gonna have, you know, it's still Disney. All right. Now this can be the reason it's a little bit low of the lower budget is because it's a little bit further away, right? Which is perfectly fine. We have the shuttles that are included, so no worries about it. The rooms are not that big compared to the rest of them, which is pretty fine, because if you think about it, you're really not going to stay in the hotels unless you've been there a while already. But for those that have not been to Disney or that love Disney a lot, you guys do not stay at the hotels. We are there from rope drop until it closes. Well, that's me. Usually that's how it's supposed to. Because if I'm spending about $200, close to, you know, depending on this price, right? I'm not going to stay in my hotel room and be like, yes, I'm going to be here and this is all I'm going to do, because where hotel, the tickets as it is not cheap, right? So I rather go ahead and spend this amount per night than going and spending $725 one night. All right. So on mine, I have the 4 categories. We have value, which is basic and family friendly for budget. This is the ones I was showing you about. These are the ones, the all-stars. All-stars are the budget friendly ones. I have moderate, which is mid-level, right? A little bit more of a moderate price. We got deluxe, which is our luxury, the higher price. And of course, we got the villas, which is the highest level of luxury without a budget. This one is the one where you are going to sell your soul and your leg and your foot and everything. All right. This is the one where you kind of open a curtain and you see the castle on there. This is the one where you got like the whole 9 yards, the whole everything. So again, depending your firstborns, yes. Depending on what it is. Usually, again, I utilize this so like that they can tell, because if they're like, okay, the thing is that a lot of people, what they do is they go in there, they go ahead and look at the hotels, right? They go ahead and be like, oh my God, look at this hotel. It is, I don't know, let me bring something up. Animal Kingdom, right? Wow, look at that. I can go ahead and get a jumbo house. I'm going to be in the Animal Kingdom inside. I'm going to have some animals, blah, 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 right? Now it's $485. Okay, that's cool. This is a night, okay? And you're going to stay there 5 nights. Imagine how much that's going to be. This is where a lot of people say Disney is expensive because they're not doing it the correct way. They're not, I mean, if you have the money to be in the Disney Lodge, if you have the villas, the resort, this one's like right there close to the castle, right? That's perfectly fine. But there's some that do not have that luxury yet, which again is better going and doing the lower budget resorts, which is perfectly fine because you're still getting the experience. You're still getting that Disney magic. All right. Don't think that the Disney magic isn't here because it still is. I go to the All Stars. I recently went 2 months ago and I did the sports. Last time I did the movies. And I can tell you that I love it either way. Right. The sports, I just did it because my kid, you know, is a boy. I wanted to try it out too, the feel. And plus this one wasn't available either. So it's an experience too. Again, the rooms are, you know, plain, maybe one or two things of Disney, and that's pretty much it. Which is perfectly fine. Because again, you're not going to stay there. Your client's not going to stay there either. So if you're trying to sell your client or your client wants something that's like out here, right? You need to tell them you're not going to stay inside the resort. This is more for experienced people that have been to Disney and they already know what they want, that they are going to be there half a day or they're just going to go for the whatever reason, right? And they want to enjoy more of the resorts. Make sense? When it's their first time, and I always tell these to my first timers, I recommend these. You're saving money because now the money can go ahead and go to souvenirs, can go ahead and go to food, can go ahead and go to anything else. All right. So for now, we're going to go ahead and do the All-Star movies. Okay. That's one of my favorites as well because there's statues, there's sections. Each section has different categories. Like they have Toy Story, they got the Dalmatians, they got a whole bunch of stuff going, which is pretty cool also to take pictures around. When doing a mock booking too, I usually go ahead and go to the lowest everything. Why? Because again, we want to go ahead and mark it as a low budget, right? As a low cost. So like that, people can go ahead and ask for that quote. Now, standard room, I rather get a standard room and then a preferred room. Yes, 4, 5, 6. It's $20 difference, but that $20 does that up 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. That's $100 I'm going to pay extra from seeing the parking lot to seeing the pool. I'm okay with seeing the parking lot because again, I'm not going to be there looking outside and being like, oh my God, look at that beautiful pool. I'm not. All right. So again, I'm just going to go ahead and go to standard room. Okay. Now you're going to be with the cart. All right. Your cart, this is not it, guys. So don't go in there and be like, oh my God, it's $560 to go ahead and do 5 days and you're going to get tickets and blah, blah, blah. No, because you guys have not yet gotten tickets for it. Okay. So we're going to click on tickets. It's automatically going to give you the amount of tickets that you are staying at the resort. So if you're staying there for 5 days, it's going to give you 5 days. If you're staying there for 10 days, it's going to give you 10 days. But you guys are able to adjust these, so don't worry about it. This is one park per day that they're doing. Just an FYI. One park a day per person. Okay. So automatically it's giving me 5 people. Let's just say that they want to do it for 3 people. All right, we're going to swap it out to 3. But you see, you can see automatically the difference of it is. So if they're like, well, I don't know if I want 3 or 4. Well, ma'am, let's see. One is 1,700. The other one's 2,200. Or, you know, $100 more. Let's just say they're doing 4 days. For $100 more, you can say an extra day going to the parks. So this is already taxes included, which is pretty cool. You don't have to go ahead and get out of here. Go ahead and see, it's already telling you prior to even doing anything. So that's pretty cool to know. So just an FYI, guys, you have that down here. The second section, select the ticket type. I usually go ahead and do base tickets. Doing what when I do the mock booking and when I do my first people, the first timers. Why? Because a lot of first timers want 2 days and want to go ahead and divide that 2 days, 4 parks into 2 days. I can tell you that right now, it's not going to work. Okay. Especially if they're going during the holidays, it's not going to work because I can guarantee you that they're only going to go to 1 or 2 rides and that's it. Okay. Because usually when it's more people, that means that the wait time is much more longer. So a lot of these bigger attractions can last up to more than an hour to 2 to 3 hours. Okay. Like the Rise of the Resistance, or we got the Slinky Dog, right? We got so many out there that will take some time. So if they're going during a time that is very populated, like during Christmas, during the holidays, spring break, summer, They have to know that there is going to be a lot of people and they have to wait for that wait time. Park hoppers are more, again, for the advanced people that they already know what they want to go ahead and do. That I want to go ahead and go to half a day at Animal Kingdom. The other half, I'm okay with staying there for 5 hours because all I want to do mostly is watch the fireworks and I'm good. You see the difference? When it's first timers, I can tell you easily, for those that have been to Disney, Magic Kingdom takes more than 1 day. Imagine trying to fit Magic Kingdom in about 5 hours, 6 hours. You can't. All right. Unless you already know what you're going to do. There's not a really big line. You're in and out and you're good. You see the difference? All right. So just let your clients know if they still want the park hopper, that's perfectly fine. But you are at least letting your client know it's not recommended, especially if it's their first time. If it's their second, third, fourth, fifth, okay, cool. We can go ahead and do that because they already know it. Makes sense. Disney World does have a water park as well as sports options available, right? Which is an extra fee. So they have their 4 normal parks, which is Animal, Magic, Epcot, and Hollywood Studios. Okay, Epcot is the one where they're around the whole country, the world kind of thing, and then Hollywood Studios is has Avatar and all of that. All right. Besides those 4, there's 2 water parks and the sports options they're able to do. That is completely separate and that's an extra fee. Okay. Again, if it's their first time, don't recommend it because as it is 4 parks, they're going to be tired. All right. Now, if they still want to go ahead and do it, they can do the park hopper and at the water park and at the sports options as well if they wish to do so. And that's called the plus option. Okay, just letting you guys know the difference on that. But again, when doing first timers and doing my mock bookings, I usually just do base tickets and that's it. And then we just go ahead and go to continue. Now you're going to see this pop up. You're going to see this pop up until January 8th. I'm not sure until, I think 8th, because the 9th, it should be gone by then. It should be, you guys are going to see this until January 8th. What this is telling you that they need to reserve. Now, if they're going from now until January 8th, they have to reserve their park tickets. If you're booking, in my case, till August, they don't have to do this. All right, but they have to let you know that once COVID had hit and Disney parks were open up until January 8th, you had to reserve the park that you are going for that day. Okay. Starting January 9th, this is no longer available. This is no longer needing to do. You can just go and just enter to whatever park you wish to, which was what we used to do prior to COVID. After COVID, we could no longer do that. We had to reserve. We had to know what park I wanted to go, what date, right? Which kind of sometimes not really great because let's just say you really didn't want it that day or you found something that the other park had last minute, and if you guys are not able to change it, that it's full, you guys can't do it. So that it has, So but they are removing this starting January 9th. So that's something cool. But you'll still see this anyways, guys. Then that's what it is pretty much. Just a reminder letting you know about it. Dining plan is coming back also January 9th. We did not have this for several years. We are getting it back. Before, I believe we had 3 options. Now I believe we have 2 options only, which is the fast, quick, and the other one is the dining one. All right. One of them is kind of like going in there, getting burgers, getting fries. It doesn't always have to be burgers, fries, all of that great stuff. All right. You can go ahead and go to like the quick services and get something. You do get 2 of these a day with a snack a day. All right. It's a little bit less funds. If you add the dining plan, I'll show you really quick. Just really quick though, if you guys are adding the dining plan or adding the insurance, those $200 does go up to 4 or 6 as a deposit. Okay, just an FYI, I didn't know that until I actually did the dining plan, attached the insurance too, and it went from 200 to I believe 600. So just if you guys do that and you freak out and you're like, I thought it was 200. It is if you're not adding all of this on there. But it's telling you right here, right? The quick service plan, you get 2 quick service meals with 1 snack and 1 resort refillable drink mug as well, which is pretty cool because you don't have to buy it. The mug costs about like $20 some. I have mine. somewhere. Oh, right. I got mine my 100 years when I went this what in August. In August, I went in August. This was about $25. Okay, to go ahead and get refilled. It is unlimited refill, but it's only at the resorts that you are able to refill it. Again, am I really at the resorts? I was not, but it's pretty cool to have also as a souvenir as well. But these you will get one of these included for free now, so that's pretty cool. But the Disney Quick Service plan does not include special dining. Very important. If your client is looking for special dining or character dining or signature dining, okay, those are the ones where you kind of sit down, relax, take your time, because the other one is kind of like a quick in and out kind of thing because I'm busy and I'm hurrying. The other one's kind of like I'm going to sit down because I want to go to Be Our Guest. All right, where I see some princess, where I see, what is it, Belle or Beast. This is the one where you guys will see characters. Okay, redeem your meals for special dining experiences, including character dining. This is not, if you guys have this, they're not able to do character dining, meaning that anywhere where a character comes out, they're not able to go in there. Okay, they have to do the dining plan, which is a little bit more. So as you can see, it's about maybe $200, $300 difference to go ahead and add the dining plan. But the thing is, with the dining plan, the other one, you do get one table service, one quick service, and one snack still with the refillable, and you are able to redeem it. So it kind of just depends on your client, which normally the majority of them want to go ahead and do the dining, right? Because they want to see their characters come out while they're eating. Like they're eating and like Cinderella will come out or Winnie the Pooh will come out and they can take pictures. I know you guys have seen it. If you haven't, that's what it is, where you see people are like eating and like they're there. That's what that is, the special character dining that they're able to go ahead and do. And you guys are able to select either or of these. And of course, it tells you there, child meals from 3 to 9, our child menu. So it has like, there's not yet a lot of training on this yet, because again, it has been out for a while. They did change it up from previously. But this, you guys can go ahead and read some of this information, let your client know this. Hopefully by the time it gets closer to it, there will be more training on it and more stuff going on for us as well. All right, Memory Maker. I really recommend this. Personally, I use this just to try it out, and I can tell you I loved it. I stalked these these photographers. All right, everywhere that there's a photographer, I would stop and take pictures. Okay, now the photographers are everywhere on all 4 parks, so it's awesome because now you get the background, right? You get it pretty. You don't have to wait with like other people too, where there's like a whole bunch of people as well in the background. They're photographers, they come included, and these are also maybe the ones where you get on rides and you get those pictures sometimes, right? Those are included as well. So it's unlimited of the Memory Maker pictures that you're able to get, as well as you get extra photos. Like for Mickey, I get extra characters in there, as well as Mickey doing maybe a video with one of the pictures. There's like a lot of stuff going on. Loved it. I took about, I'm not gonna lie, more than 1,500 pictures. I was there for 8 days in my defense. Okay. And then again, if your clients, I loved it too, because in other words, what was going to happen means that I was just going to take a picture of my child. And anytime I wanted to take a picture of myself, guess what? It was just going to be selfies. And I didn't want that. So I wanted the whole experience of the castle. I wanted the experience of a lot of stuff that is out there, with the chandelier thingies, what's her name? Rapunzel's thingy, the lantern thingy. They have that in Animal Kingdom at nighttime, which is awesome. I was able to take pictures with that. So there's like little stuff that you'll end up seeing. There was one where they had the slipper for Cinderella. There's a section for that. So lovely things, and especially if it's their first time. They're awesome. I would really recommend it. It's about $170, but it's worth, I think, every penny, and I made sure it was worth every penny, getting about more than 1,500 pictures out of it. Again, the dining plan is there. Grand transportation. There is no free transportation from the airport to the resort. Please know that. If they need transportation, they need to either get a Lyft, an Uber, a shuttle. You have to do something, or else they do it themselves. Taxi. There's no longer free shuttle. About 2 years ago, they discontinued that. They no longer have free shuttles for us to go from the airport to the resort. From the resort to the parks, yes, we do have, but from one to the other, we do not. Okay. Protection plan, you guys are able to add it on there if you guys wish to do so. Otherwise than that, this is going to be the mock booking pricing. Okay. So when you guys are doing the mock bookings, I personally like to go ahead and do flyers. Okay, that's just me. A lot of people don't do the flyers. They go ahead and just, for example, put like the whole wording and put just pictures and that's it. I personally don't like that, but hey, if you guys like that, that's perfectly fine. These are my flyers. These are my mock booking flyers for people. Okay, because why? I want to make sure that it's going to stop them when they're scrolling, right? I want something that eye catches them. Boom, right there, $200. You see how it circles it? All right, down payment, $200. August 26th through the 30th, 2 adults, 2 children. Make it simple, guys. Don't go in there and be like, this is the resort you're staying. This is for 2 adults, 1 2-year-old, 1 3-year-old, blah, blah, blah. No, simple. Put the date, how many people, how much it is, 3-part hotel stay, payment plans available, my link tree, because I use my link tree. You know, I use the crap out of it. And then I put contact me today. That's it. You see how simple this is, guys? You don't see so much wording. You don't see that the dolphin is flying across the moon and it's lovely to see it when you open it at 6 o'clock in the morning. You don't see all of that. There's no reason to add all of that. Again, this is me just personally. If you guys do that, that's perfectly fine, right? But I like simple. Simple is best, right? It's eye-catching too. And then it's telling you how much it is. Simple. Now, nobody has come to me, tell me I want that exact same thing. Nobody's told me I want August 26th through the 30th. It's for 2 adults, 2 children. And the child is a 2-year-old and the child is a 5-year-old. How much is it? Nobody's told me that. Every time it's 2 adults, 3 kids, 2 adults, 5 kids. The dates are different. Something is different. It's never, from the 5 years I've been here, never has been the exact same thing that I post on it. And that's okay. All right, because this is what I'm advertising. What I want them to do is contact me, so like that I can go ahead and give them a quote. Does that make sense? Now, if you guys go ahead and do a quote and that person ghosts you for whatever reason, you guys already did the work. Make a flyer, put it together, and advertise it. Okay, just do one extra step or 2, put it together, make it nice, make it pretty, and boom. Because you already did the hard work. You already looked for it. You already did the research. Why waste it? Does that make sense? So yes, utilize that. Here's another one. $200 down payment, October 17th through the 20th. 2 adults, 3-day tickets. It's this amount. Prices may vary. Make sure you put prices may vary or starting at always, because if they see this 3 months later, do you think it's going to be the same amount? More than likely, no. Right? And payment plans available. Contact me today. And you see how I just have pictures, and that's it. That's all, guys. You don't have to go all out. You know, I have Christmas on here. Make it Christmassy theme, right? Boom, right there. $200 down. It's eye-catching. Okay, I use a lot of my GIFs to go ahead and eye catch a lot of the stuff on here as well. Say it's a Christmas special, even though it's not Christmas special. If you guys are doing Valentine's, do Valentine's special. They don't know it's not a special, right? It makes it seem and makes it sound cool, right? Oh, there's a special going on. No, not really. Just made it myself. All right, make it Christmassy theme. Like I added the hat here, right? That's not included on him. This ribbon I added on here. It's not included on there, right? I'll make it Christmassy if you guys need to. Advertise. Use colors. Use bright colors too. Why? Because it's gonna stop them and want to read it. GIFs, right? These little sparkly things, stuff that is gonna stop them and be like, ooh, what is that? Right? Some ideas, guys. Some ideas. Also, a lot of people don't know right here where it says compare vacation offers. This is very, very useful. Okay, this is kind of like a little secret a lot of people don't know about. You guys are able to go ahead and use price match, not price match, but you guys can look at different prices. You guys can use this different ways. You can either go ahead and do different prices, right? Let's just say that client doesn't know if they want to go in August or December. You guys are able to go ahead and look at it at the same time without having to do everything all over again. Okay, let's just say they're wanting to go during Christmas, right? The 23rd 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to the 27. We already know 2 adults, 2 children. We know the ages and find resorts. That's all you have to do. It's going to keep the current one, so you don't have to worry about it, right? We're always going to go ahead and go to low to high. I'm going to see right here. Oh, look at that. I still have the one I really want on there. So we're going to go. And usually these 3 are around the same price mark. It's very rare when one is more than the other, but it sometimes is. Okay. We're going to go ahead and do this one. Okay. And now I can go ahead and go look at it side by side right here. So I can go ahead and get my client and tell them, hey, it's about $1,000 more to go from August to December. Do you want to make changes? And they'll tell you yes or no. Now, if they're like, well, never mind, let me do August. Well, guess what? All you have to do is click offer and boom, you're done. Let's just say I want to do December. If you click select offer, boom, it's going to change it to that and then you're done. Pretty cool, right? You don't have to go ahead and log off, do it all over again, and then them telling you, you know what, let me go to August after all, and having to log off and doing it all over again. Okay, so easy thing to go ahead and do. Another thing you guys are able to utilize this for, I'll remove card. I'm able to go ahead and let's just say that their cousin is going to come along with them. Really quick, right? They want a quick quote. How much is it going to be? I can go ahead and go in here. I already know when they're going, right? They're going August 26th. To the 30th. Their cousins have, I don't know, 3 adults, 3 kids. One of them is, I don't know, 6. One of them is 8, and one of them is 17. I don't know. All right. So you guys are able to make changes there, as you guys saw. And then I'm able to go ahead and compare at the same time hers and her cousins as well. As you can see, look at that one. I can only do music with the All-Stars. So that means that either the client has to move hers, right, from the All-Stars, the one she has, to this one so they can stay in the same area. So you see how you guys are able to look at all of this at the same time without having to log off, log in, do all of this and write everything down and be like, oh my God, what did I just see? What did I just do? So right here, you can be with the client and be like, well, Miss Smith, it looks like for your cousin, it's about $3,696. But the thing is that if you guys want to stay inside the same resort, you will have to go ahead and change from the All-Stars movies to the All-Star music. And right there, they'll tell you, okay, I'll let her know, or, oh, okay, whatever, right? And that's pretty much it. Because your main thing is still her. So we're just going to click select offer, okay? And when doing a mock booking too, let's just say you're not sure if you want to do August or you want to do January or you want to do February, you can utilize this too. That's another way you guys can use this. So again, there's endless ways of being able to use this. See which one is cheaper. Click the one that is cheaper and use that as your mock booking. Or you can do 3 mock bookings at the same time. Right? Cool. Again, that is under the compare vacation offers that a lot of people do not know about. Now, this is, again, the last of the mock booking. You're good here, and then you're done. If it's actual a booking, it's just one more extra step. This is where you're going to go ahead and go to continue. Okay, by now, you should have the credit card authorization form filled out, all the information ready to go ahead and get going. You should be inputting some of this information on here because they need the person's first name, last name. Doesn't matter if it's that 1-year-old, the 1-day-old, whatever it is, they need to go ahead and have that information. But you see, you need the ages, and it tells you right here that information. On the side, it tells you price summary. It tells you the total. It tells you the deposit due today is the $200. And then it gives you the due on July 27th, 2024. That means that you have to go ahead and have that money in Disney, right, by July 27th. Now, the thing here is that what you guys are wanting to go ahead and do is going to be 2 different things, okay? One is going to be you guys are not going to let the client know it's when the actual due date is. Give yourself a week before. So in reality, for example, let's just say that this is July 27th, right? So we're going to go to July 27th, which is on a Saturday. So what I am going to do is I am going to let my client know that the last payment is going to be July 19th, which falls on a Friday. Okay. Now, why are you doing that, Erica, if it's still the 27th? Reason being is because you guys want to be safe. Just in case your client does not have that last payment, you still have a few extra days to do so without you having to call Disney, trying to figure out what to do, trying to extend it. Because I can tell you, after July 27th, Disney starts taking away little by little some money. Okay, the closer you get to your due date, which is within those 30 days, Disney will start taking away. So let's just say the client cancels completely. They will not get 100% their money back if it's less than 30 days. If it's over 30 days, then yes, they will get fully their money back, no problem. But if it's less than that, they will not, because Disney does stay with some of it. How much, I do not know exactly, but I know they do because they let me know. All right. So that's why instead of you calling Disney and being on the phone for like an hour or two, because we know sometimes those are long, save yourself some time. Tell them they're the 19th. If the 19th comes and they're like, well, I don't have it, just do this. Mr. Smith, your payment of $100 is due today. Oh, your last payment. Well, I can't do it today. My dog died and I need to, whatever. Okay, let me see what I can go ahead and do, Mr. Smith. Give me I'll contact you back within an hour or so, and I'll give you some updates. Okay, thank you. Bye. All right. That's it. You guys don't have to call anybody. You guys don't have to do anything. Just chill for like an hour or two. Do not forget to call your client, please. Then call them and be like, guess what? Can you go ahead and do Monday the 22nd for that $100? More than likely, they're going to tell you yes. Awesome. Okay, Mr. Smith, I'll call you on the 22nd to go ahead and get that last payment for you. You have a nice rest of your day. Bye. And that's it. You see, you didn't have to do anything. You didn't have to be on the phone. You didn't have to do nothing. All right. Now, let's just say they can't do the 22nd. That's fine. You still have the 23rd, 24th, and 25th. Try not to give it the 27th. Try to do a day or so before that. Okay. Now, the minimum payment, yes, it is $200. They can give more of that if they want to. Go ahead and do so, and you'll see that here in the payment information. Now, how does a payment plan work? Simple. You guys are going to make it. This is not through Disney. You guys make your payment plans with your client. You have to let your client know. Did you want to pay weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly? You guys make whatever restrictions, whatever rules you wish to do so. Let's just say for now, I want to go ahead and do monthly because it'll be much easier, especially with the math, right? So we know that we have to get paid by July 27th, right? Today, okay, the total is $1,778 with 54 cents. And that is not right. With 54, there we go. Today, they're going to be paying $200. So that means that there's still payment of $1,578 with 54 cents. If I'm going to do this monthly, excuse me, today, let's just say they're going to start January. So it's January, February, March, April, May, June, July. 5, 6, 7 months. They need to go ahead and give payments once a month. So I'm going to divide this amount into 7. Does that make sense? Because there's 7 months. So if I'm going to divide into 7, that means that they have to give $225 with 51 cents for 7 months. Does that make sense to everybody? Put it in the chat box. Yes, no. Yes, yes, yes. No, no, no. Do I need to go further into detail with this? Yes, yes, yes. Awesome. This is going to go ahead and you guys can go ahead and make your own arrangements, your own form. You still need your credit card authorization form. You always need that at all times. Doesn't matter if it's your booking, if it's your friend's booking, if it's your husband's booking, whatever it is, every single time. Doesn't matter. You want a credit card authorization form, okay? You can add a payment plan form into it too. Every month at this time, at this date, I will call you. or you can even tell them every first of the month, I'll call you at 5 o'clock to go ahead and get that payment of $225.51. You want to tell them that, because if you just take out the payment, because they're supposed to know, right? They're probably going to get upset because maybe they just forgot, because we forget a lot of stuff. We know we forget stuff, right? We're humans. Everybody forgets. So let's just say they forget and they see in their account, oh, I still have $300. Let me go ahead and go spend. And that is part of the 225. And then you go in there and take it away. Now they're overdrawn. Do you think they're going to be happy? Okay. So always make sure you call. Make sure it's the same card. All right. If it's not the same card, you need another credit card authorization form. Okay. You always want to call and be like, hi, Mr. Smith, just calling to verify the $225.51. Is it going to be the same card, the one ending in 1234? Yes. Awesome. All right. Give me one moment. Well, let me go ahead and do that. While you're on the phone with them, you're going to submit it. All right, Mr. Smith, it went through. Awesome. I will go ahead and forward that that payment went through. So I'm going to go ahead and forward it to you. Awesome. All right. Thank you. I'll call you next month. If you have any questions from now until then, please let me know. That's it. All right. So you guys can make your own. Use the same credit card authorization form. You can use the back of it, because remember, we stay with that credit card authorization form. So you can either, again, utilize it in the back, put the dates you're going to put when you call, and you can be specific with these people, right? The date you called, the time, all of this information, just in case. Or you can make your own, right? Tell them this date, well, at this time I'm going to call, this amount, the final price. Again, it's your own business. Make it how you wish to go ahead and do so. All right, guys? I'll go ahead and show you how to go ahead and do the payments. You can go ahead and do an invoice for that if you wish to go ahead and do so. You don't have to do it every month, because we already did the if you guys are doing your own, what is it, payment plan page, letting them know what you're doing and all of that. Again, you can do it on your own. You can do it every time. That's perfectly fine. You don't have to, but again, it's your own business. You can always cover your butt however you wish to do so. All right. Now, you do have a deposit due today of the 200. They can do the full payment right now. Awesome. They have the availability to give more than 200 today if they want to wish to do so. Okay. That's why you don't see, well, if they give the 200, why is it still the same amount? Reason being is because Disney doesn't know if this person might give $500 out. Okay. There has to be more for the first payment. It has to be more than $200. It says right here, greater than the deposit amount. After today, your client can pay anything they want. If they want to pay $1 a day, $5 a day, whatever, they can go ahead and do that. Okay, it's just the first payment where it cannot be less than $200. Another thing that we have a plus on is that we're able to hold for 3 days this information. Now you'll see how this credit card information is here. It's going to disappear as soon as I put hold for 3 days. What that means, it means that you guys are able to hold all of this. Like if it's an actual booking, like they actually made a payment. Okay, for 3 days only though. So if the client is like, well, I don't know, I need to speak to my spouse about it. Or you know what, let me contact you back because I'm not sure. You can let them know, well, guess what I can do? What I can do is I can hold it for 3 days for you. And I can guarantee you the price. You guys are able to guarantee the price on this. After that, you need to let them know. After these 3 days, if you contact me, I cannot guarantee you that it's going to be the same price or that you are going to be able to get that same resort. Make sense, guys? Yes, no, maybe so. In the chat, yes, yes, no, no. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you. All right. So you have to let them know that. Now, once you saw that the payment plan left, part 3 about it says contact information. Regardless if this is through Disney, Vax, Expedia, whatever you guys are using, where you have to put an email, I would recommend 100% put your email. You're probably saying, well, why my email? Reason being is because when anything changes, when any updates, any payments, anything, confirmation gets sent to you. From you, you can forward it to your client just in case, because maybe the client can be like, well, I never got anything from Disney. I accidentally erased it. It went into spam. I never saw it. Like this, you already know that you're going to get something from Disney. You wait for it, you forward it to your client, and you let them know, here's a receipt. Here's a confirmation. If your client loses it, you're not have to be on the phone with Disney trying to figure out for them to email you again. Because you still have it. All you have to do is go through your emails, grab it again, and forward it to your client. You see? Time saving right there by you just putting your email. Once you go ahead and do that, we're going to go ahead and click right here that you are aware, blah, blah. We're going to go ahead and hit purchase. Now, regardless if you guys go ahead and do the deposit or you hold it for 3 days, you guys will get a confirmation number. Okay? That confirmation number that is how you are able to go ahead and go in here. You see where it says my reservations? You guys will be able to search that number and put retrieve reservation, and then you guys are able to make a payment. That at this section right here, guys, then you'll be able to see how much you paid, how much is pending, how much is left. All you're able to see the whole history, unlike you just saw right now where it's just giving you like one price and that's it. Okay, so once you retrieve reservation, it's more detailed. And it can go ahead after that, you're going to get a confirmation. And after the confirmation, you can send it to your client. Sense? And that's pretty much it, guys. Does anybody have any questions? Okay. And again, you will receive this on the third, up to third day. After the 3 days, guys, if you have not confirmed it, what Disney does is it releases it to the public again, and you lose access to it. This is if you hold it for 3 days. So if your client calls you on the 4th, 5th, the following week, and they're like, you know what, I want it after all, there is no longer a guarantee that you guys will give them that same exact information. Okay, maybe the all-stars, those 3 all-stars are usually the first ones to get booked. So maybe you had the last one. So now you have to go ahead. It might be more because now you're going to the next level, which is moderate, which that means that they have to pay more. Okay. That's where you guys are going to have to get, that's where, again, the price changes due to the fact that it's the hotel. It's no longer the tickets, it's the hotel. All right. I use Canva, and yes, I go into elements, and I actually go in there and put like sparkles or stars, and that's how I get my GIFs. I look for stuff that are kind of like, you see, like that, and I'll be like, boom, there you go. Okay. Canva is free for those that don't know. It is free. There's some of them that, as you can see, if they have that little star, that means you're not able to use it because you have to have the paid pricing for it. But there's a lot that are free, as you can see, that you can go ahead and still utilize, and it still comes out pretty. All of these have been free that I use on there. Fireworks, search fireworks, and you'll get those fireworks in there too. So again, when you're making a flyer, try to make something that is eye-catching, appealing, as well, to go ahead and help you, right? We have this right here, so boom, right there. All right. You don't want to give too much GIFs in there because then again, it's going to go ahead and throw it off. You just want to give the right amount on there as well. All right, guys. But otherwise than that, that would be it. Thank you very much for joining me, and I will see you in my next training. Thank you, guys.